But let me rewind to our issue. And I don't know if it's an issue. He probably doesn't care. Remember, he is the greatest of all time. He is the greatest businessman, and we look up to him, New York. I've only had my opinion of this guy for like 4 times in 20 years, and everybody gets their panties in a bunch. So, you know, New York, I'm giving you a timeline of where it went wrong. We got to pay that bill?
Yeah, they
give me a second. Okay. I'm just giving you a timeline before I give you my opinion on The Pardon. So, I remember, I think a Beyonce picture had leaked, and my site had put it up.
Getting out of the car. I remember this picture.
She was getting out of the car, and I don't know how anything looked. I posted the picture. John Maneely. Yo, what happened to John Maneely?
That's a different conversation. Got what he needed.
Wow, I forgot all about him. So, John Maneely called me. Cool. We got a call. A lot of bass in his voice. But I love John. New York City, John Maneely was once my accountant. So I'm going to be transparent today, right? He's a person I like very much. He's always, pleasant. But he definitely not. It's something about people when they get that plane on their chest.
Paper plane.
I can tell when you got the plane on your chest and when it's off. It's just it's crazy. Yo, you ever talk to one of those guys in those hats? They look at you for 20 seconds with a blank stare before they even put their hand out with the hat on. Breathing heavy. You're like, fam, I see you got the Rock Nation hat. You done good. You done good, bro. And listen, I know I can't go to the brunch. No, but in my joking, New York, please, I'm just joking about the brunch. But once again, remember, I'm talking about my favorite rapper of all time, and I'm talking about the best businessman of all time. If I can please keep that in mind when I'm joking, he is to me. Like, that's what it is. He's top tier, man. Top. Like, no one has done it better than him. And I'm going to be honest, no one is going to do it better than him. And his contribution to the game is huge, but I am not going to keep that from snapping and joking on that Rock Nation brunch. The amount of grown men that I seen in their pose looking nuts. You don't even care if Jay-Z's looking at the lemonade. You take the picture anyway. You don't feel ridiculous? Yo, it's crazy. Yo. There's grown killers in there looking nuts. But the crazy thing is, no one's friend says, yo, you was looking nuts in the brunch. Okay, fast forward, because where did I leave off? I don't know why the brunch distracted me. I was talking about something else. Okay, what were we talking about? Yes, no, it wasn't Elliot Wilson. It wasn't. No. It wasn't the internet mole. Even Elliot has the S on his chest when he's doing an interview. Yeah. There's no nothing that could make you get that cornball juice off you. I don't care what logo it is. You are a cornball. He's my guy, though. I love him. I love him, man.
Shout to YN.
I love him, man. I love that cornball.
Oh, man.
Wait, so what were we talking about that even got us to that? Before the brunch, we were saying, we were saying about the enemies? No, I don't remember.
I think we were just wrapping up.
We were just wrapping up. So, all of this, I'm just painting a picture. Great company, by the way, but they have weight at the labels, but the artists and the other stuff. So, I guess, cool. So, we're going to pay something, and I'm going to give my opinion of The Pardon.
Yeah.
Because that's really...
That's where we were.
I just want to give my opinion of that. And then... we'll move smooth. We covering everything. John Maneely, that's what we were talking. What happened? No. Matter of fact, he's managing. Sorry. John Maneely is managing Action Bronson, and he's managing a couple of artists.
Okay.
Yes, I spoke to him. So shout out to John Maneely. John, I'm joking with you, but you know what's so funny? But people, like sometimes the people, they wear that S on their chest right up until the day they fired them and moved those guys out the building. That S is on their chest. It's crazy. It's crazy. We're going to come back with the pardon.
Yeah.
Let's discuss that. Yeah, we're going to talk about the pardon. We covered 6ix9ine, right? That's our guy.
Yeah, I think he's done.
Okay. Please remember, New York, my conversation today is me speaking of my favorite rapper, my favorite businessman, and just entrepreneur and everything that, you know, what people have learned. But it's okay to have an opinion. And so many people from over there got so irritated with me today or over the weekend. It's just my opinion. And you know something which y'all don't see? Y'all are bullies. Y'all are real bullies. I'm keeping it 1,000 with y'all. Y'all are real bullies when y'all stand behind that dude. Y'all are such bullies. Guess what? The big guy, Jay-Z, he's kind of earned that. He's earned that. And y'all other dudes, you know, y'all come underneath, y'all want to bully. But I want to just say this to you. What comes with bullying is people giving their opinion. The roach part of the, you see, New York, and I'll give you more behind the scenes on the industry. They bully, but they buy and purchase people, and they get upset behind the scenes with websites, air personalities, and bloggers. I don't even know what that is. That's like I want a perception of the bully, but I want to move people around behind the scenes. And New York, the only reason I'm allowed to talk like this is, let me tell you, because if I worked for Clear Channel, what's that place over there?
iHeart.
If I worked for iHeart, I couldn't speak the truth because they spend a lot of money over there, and they can get me fired. If I was, like, you know, I'm on an independent label with my music, so they can't get me dropped. They can't, you know, stop my clubs. They can't stop my livelihood. Big D, I love you. I love Big D. Big D's over there.
Shout to Big
I love Big D. I love him. You know, Big D I'm giving you industry behind the scenes to prove the bullying. Big D call me. Hey, Flex. I love you, D. Let me tell this story, D. You're a trooper. You had the airplane on your chest. You had it on. And I understood. Because you know what's funny? Like, you know how I know... me and Big D, though, we've been through some things 20 years ago where I appreciated I appreciated him, right? And I don't want to say that. That's between me and him, and I do appreciate him. And that was just, you know, something that happened 20 years ago, right? I ain't going to be 100% transparent today. I'll just tell you that something happened. So, whatever. So, D, don't take what I'm going to say about you right now as me not being loyal. So, Big D gave me a phone call. And Big D says to me, because I'm going to keep, like, he didn't mean to bully me. He didn't mean it. He didn't mean it, but he was bigging me up on, you know, my situation and the artists and the things that I'm doing. Thank you, D. And D is a stand-up guy.
Super.
He's a super stand-up guy. He's never wavered. He's a good friend of mine.
10 toes down.
And let me tell you something, New York. I'm never personal with any music. There's no record from anywhere, Drake or anybody, that I give an opinion of. When people make great music, that's my job to play it. Yeah. So that never interferes. I can separate the two. A guy can say to me, you know, Flex, you're a clown and I don't like you. But if you got a hot one, I'm going to say, yo, I know you just said I'm a clown, but could you send me that hot record you got out? That's me. The art is more important to me. But Big D, He was clever because he caught me off guard. Hey, Flex, you're doing great out there. King Vaughn, you're moving with the young boys. He told me all the artists I'm doing. Like, yeah, Rowdy Rebel, Fabio, man, you look beautiful. I just want to make sure everything's okay. This doesn't get too crazy because, you know, I just don't want Tidal to. I said, yo, come on. Oh, I love you, D.
We're not on the playlist anymore?
No. Listen, he wasn't, and I don't think no one told him to say that. But see, the airplane on his chest caused him to
want to hero up.
cape up. To put the cape. No, but I respect it. And D, you know I love you. I respect it. And maybe he was really being honest with me, saying, "Hey, Flex, I'm just trying. This is behind the scenes. So let me see. You see what I'm saying, New York?
He was looking out.
I have an independent label, and I'm through a distributor. But he mentioned that to me. So what if that was my only livelihood and I had to be quiet?
Yeah.
And that's the part of them, but I don't like about anybody like that.
The agenda.
Because if you're a bully, take your medicine. If you're a bully, take your medicine. That's right. Just hand it. Yeah, and I'm handing out NyQuil tonight. Like, let's just take it. It's cool. So, Fat Joe buzzed me too. He's a good guy. I love Fat Joe.
Love Fat Joe.
And I get it. But my thing is, it's just an opinion. So, I told that story about Big D because that's the energy they want. Right? Now, let's pay something. Can I come back with my opinion after this?
We're going to finish the agenda.
Yeah, we're going to come back with, what day was it last week? It was a pardon.
It had to have been the 19th. It was the day before he's out of here.
Oh, yeah. Was it the 19th?
It was
and
either
then
the 18th or the 19th.
Yeah, and they pardoned a lot of people. So we're gonna come back with my pardon opinion. I said everything that I think that's great. Now let me come back and get into what I gotta get into. It's on 97, you heard? So every now and then, when the subjects build up, when they give a little bit more of what goes on behind the scenes in the music business, so. I'm going to get to the pardon in a minute, but I do want to give my opinion of, what was it on Clubhouse you showed me? It was,
where they, it was, Academics Welcome Room.
Okay, so Academics Welcome Room, and then what else was going on?
And then, I think, Meek came in there, Trav came in there.
Trav.
Trav from Queens.
Okay.
A few other people.
21 Savage and his manager run that, right?
Well, no, they were. It was Academics Room. I think Nadeska had put the room together, but I think 21 Savage was in there. I'm not sure if his manager was or not.
Okay, because I know that I heard that's a very cool room. Like, well, it's a very informative room.
The room that 21 does and Meezy for Mizo Estates is cool, but this was separate, specific for academics.
Okay,
and they just happened to come in there to express themselves.
Okay. So. I've watched that swirl around. I might have discussed it with Nori today for a second. Shout out to Nori. You know, I'm a little funny about, well, I know academics gets a lot of flack for inciting beef. Is that it?
Yeah.
Right. I know that happens.
Yeah.
Right.
And real issues coming from it.
And real situations coming from it. Right.
Yeah.
So we'll play that record in a second. I just want to talk about this first. Okay. So I don't know. I'm kind of like he should have. See, I understand the part that they say about academics inciting the situation.
Right.
Right? I so understand that part. My question is, he's not pulling this out of thin air. Someone is posting this information. Is that correct?
Yeah. He's taking pieces from social media and highlighting them.
Yes. So and there is some enticing going on, but you know, I don't believe that the people who are involved in those street situations should be posting that information online for academics to post it. I don't think they're sending it straight to his phone.
Right.
And that's me. And you know, yes, I do see Meek's point of the engaging the energy.
Right.
But I do see academics' point of what he is putting out there. He's not making it up. He's not filming it.
Right.
Now, I hate to say this part, and this is probably will be the only time I use the word rat. When you, if you're in a crime and you're on your live or you're posting what you're doing or the people that are involved with it, that's you're telling, right?
You're ratting on yourself.
You're ratting on yourself, the people around you.
They call it dry snitching.
He's dry snitching. Is that what they call it?
Yeah.
All right. So that's the part that I find, I don't want to say weird, but it doesn't make sense. And, you know, please, Meek, you know, love you, don't get angry at me. I don't think Meek should care about what academic says. I don't think what academic says changes anybody's opinion of their favorite artist.
No.
That's me. And, you know, we live in an age, you know, New York, I talk the way I like to talk, and I expect people to give their opinion of me, and I'm okay with that. And the minute you become opinionated in social media, people then have an opinion of you. So I'm not a big fan of Clubhouse because there's a lot of lying on Clubhouse.
It's called cap.
Yes, I still call it lying, and I know it's capping, but there's a lot of imaginary people who feel that they've done more than they thought.
Yeah.
Okay, so can I play another song before I get into the pardon part?
Yes.
Because I want to give my opinion of that. CPO, I played a little music. It's our 97 Funk Flex. I'm back. So I want to enter this break with once again saying Jay-Z is my favorite artist of all time. And I think he's the best of all time. He's my favorite businessman. I mean, brand builder, everything. You know, I just don't want that to get lost in this. So, where do I start? Well, before I get to the pardon, what was it? I want to continue to make sure the picture's right. So, New York, remember what I said. Oh, I made a mistake with John Maneely. John Maneely, and his plane wasn't as big on his chest. It was a smaller version. No, it was small. Pecos was there too. John Maneely handles Joey Badass and Nas. Yes, it's Todd Moskowitz,
Right.
who handles Action Bronson. Yo, you know what's so crazy, New York? You know how it is to get a call from your friend, and I'm not going to say my friend's name. He said, "Hey, I know you like to post me a lot. Could you not post me today?" A friend of mine, a music industry friend. I think he was playing, but he said it more than once.
No, he wasn't playing.
All right. So, what picture did we paint? We talked about the managing of the air personality. So that's the mute button, right? We talked about the website control. That's Fire Engine Jim. What's his name?
Oh, my God.
Elliot Wilson.
YN.
Yeah. And then we talked about, so there's and I'm giving you behind the scenes music industry information. You'll never hear an artist on that label or management say something because they do business, and we understand that. I don't want to put that in a funny light. It's understood. So they're not going to comment on this situation because the CEO signs the checks, and the CEO also decides where the money goes and to what artists. And to what artists get an opportunity to make money. But I respect it. Okay. It's still a business. And please keep in mind, New York, they might be the biggest entity ever, Rock Nation.
Pretty big.
So there are going to be people who do hate. And there are going to be people who used to work there that might be disgruntled. There's going to be other labels that jealousy. So I don't, this is just my opinion of a situation, but there are going to also be some good people who maybe there that got let go or things like that. So I'm just giving you both sides.